Hello guys, come with me with making this large gibbon island, so let's get into it. So today we're gonna make a large gibbon island, and wait, before you leave, just enjoy this habitat for a few moments and press the subscribe and like button because that really helps out. So after that, let's get into the video. So guys, we're back with large gibbons. This is the first monkey, I think, the first primate in One Habitat Wonder. Because previously I went for mammals and stuff, but I decided to change it up and make a little change. So today it's gonna be for the large gibbons. You can see that I started out with terraforming because of course it's gonna be a island because that's very classical for those type of primates. Because I know that in zoos people zoos want to go away from the fact that animals got kept in like a concrete box. So they do that by making their habitats way more natural, and they're making them like a bit more they're making them like a bit more natural, and they try to keep fences out. So they try to not use fences as much, and sometimes that works, but other times it's a bit like other times it looks a bit weirder because for sometimes they do that for smaller animals. So some zoos have bunnies and guinea pigs, and for those guinea pigs, of course, it's a bit weird to have them in a zoo. But of course, sometimes the zoo have petting zoos, and then they try to use a stone fence or a stone bulge or something, so they can't escape. But they won't get like a fence, but then it just looks a bit weirder because it's not a classic fence, it's just a piece of stone. Yeah, it's a bit of it's a hard explaining, but they just want to get rid of concrete, and you can I'm working with concrete now, but of course that's to keep the water in if it's a real life habitat, and that's of course the path that I'm working on now. But just that's why the zoos are making those primate islands, and that's what I try to make in this episode. So you can see that I started. You can see where the building, the shelter is gonna be, and the shelter is actually gonna be like a. The large gibbons they're gonna have like a rope bridge. Well, not really a bridge. They're just gonna have a rope from the building to the island, and that's so they can't really jump and escape. And of course you still want your large gibbons to go to your mainland, but you don't want your large gibbons to escape. So that's how I did it with the rope. But that's how they're gonna access their island. But you can also see that I started on the viewing. It's just a basic viewing with some concrete pieces and some planters. And you can see now that I started on the island. It's just a basic island with some little with some little rocks as ridges, and then it's just a basic island. There's not really much that I can say about that. But today's episode is going to be a shorter one because I want to kind of get more videos in because this week I had it really busy, so I couldn't play Planet Zoo and I couldn't make videos. So that's why I went with a shorter video. I'm sorry, but it's still detailed, but it's just a bit shorter because I'm kind of behind schedule, because normally today when I'm making this video I should have uploaded the video, but I skipped it and I'm not sure if it's gonna take like effects on my channel, but it's not like I have like viewers that come back every time. But if you want to be part of my community, subscribe and like. I already mentioned that, but it can't hurt to say that twice. You can see that I started out with the climbing frames, and the thing was I actually made a bit of a mistake. The beams that I use, that you can see in a moment, that I used are like non-climbable beams. So I switched them out at the end. I'm not sure if I like if you can see the difference in like the aftershots, but I just switched them out because otherwise the lar gibbons couldn't like climb, so they only went across the bridge from the shelter to the mainland, and now they can climb everywhere. So it's a little change. I started on like the climbing frames, and it's just these like kind of wooden rest things. I'm not sure how to call them, like wooden platforms for the gibbons to rest on, because and for the gibbons to climb to, because sometimes they just want to chill in the above the ground, I guess. So that's just basically why I made that. But yeah, the lar gibbons, it's a really interesting species actually, because of course they're made for the trees, and they're not made to like walk on the ground, of course, because they're monkeys. So I was trying to make like a really big climbing frame, and you can really see that it's like a big climbing frame in the middle of the habitat. It's really the eye catcher. But also the gibbons are really interesting, because normally the females have like a lighter color and the males have like a darker color. But I'm not sure if Planet Zoo implemented that, because I got I got a lighter male and a dark female, but there are a lot of gibbons in this habitat. I think there were like 8. A bit overcrowded, but I just wanted enough gibbons to make like good cinematic shots. So that's why there are like 8 gibbons in this habitat. Yeah, that's why. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it that way, but normally I delete my builds after I made them. So I'm not sure if I am gonna change that. So yeah, but you can see that I was kind of like adding the last things to the climbing frames to grow for the gibbons to hang. I'm not sure how to call it, but they swing. And sometimes they do it, but sometimes they just walk over it. And I'm not sure how the mechanic works actually, because sometimes they do it and other times they just walk. So the mechanic is a bit weird, but it works, but sometimes it breaks. So it's a bit weird sometimes. But you can see that I finished up the climbing frames, and I'm gonna like start adding little foliage and little rocks. But there isn't really that much to say about this habitat, because it's just really repetitive with the climbing frame, of course. And the climbing frame, of course, took a lot of time. But that's basically it, because the shelter I did off screen, because it's really annoying to make. Well, it's not annoying to make, but it's just time consuming. So I don't want to show you guys that, because it's really repetitive sometimes. But yeah, just really repetitive sometimes, and it's not, maybe I can show it one time, but it's not nice to see every video every time again. So that's why I don't record it actually. And sometimes my video is gonna be like too long, so that's why I don't record it. But my channel is actually really growing, because now I have like over 10 hours of watching time. And if you guys would watch this video like out completely, that I would enjoy that very much, because yeah, I would enjoy that very much, because then of course my channel can grow, and I can of course hit that monetization, because I'm not going for the monetization, because I like to create this type of content. but it would be nice to get some money out of this. Well, not protect it. It would be nice to get some money out of this, out of YouTube, because, well, of course, well, it is a hobby now, but I really enjoy it, and if I could make a bit of money out of it, I would gladly accept that. So if you guys would just watch this video, I would really enjoy that, and I would really, well, I would just enjoy that of you guys. But there isn't really much to say actually, because, well, if I say it again, it's a really repetitive kind of habitat. But you can see that I started on the foliage, and the foliage is just really simple, some buffalo grass. This time I didn't use like the sink in tricks, like making a group and then singing in, because it's just a really small island. So, well, I don't think that's like, I don't think that's like meant to, well, you can use it in a small island, but I think it's just better if you just do it manually, because then you of course get like those like bigger patches and stuff. But some people, of course, do that for their whole habitat, but that's just a bit too time consuming for me. So I don't do that. But yeah, I don't do it. But yeah, those are kind of the last things I added. I think I did some more like climate framework, but I think that's basically it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for the shorter video, but well, of course, it's a small island, so I couldn't really do much. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, guys, and subscribe.